You may be familiar with what stress looks and feels like, but by then it's probably to the verge of almost burnout. So in this video, we're going to talk about physical signs of stress so that you can address the stress before you're a mess. Hey Balance Beauties, I'm Yentl Lega, holistic dietitian and stress therapist for women. And on here on You Unfolded, it's about you unfolding your healthy, balanced, and beauty-filled life with self-care and well-being tips from a place of self-compassion. So in this video, we're going to talk about the physical signs of stress that you probably didn't know about. And this is going to be a series of videos talking about the physical signs of stress, the emotional and mental signs of stress, and the spiritual signs of stress. So if you don't want to miss a thing, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted when our videos come out. And if you're returning, welcome back, beautiful. In our hectic, busy lives, it seems like stress is just another part of it. And the stress hormone called cortisol is something that is activated when we're under stress. But the long-term exposure to this hormone can affect your physical, emotional, and spiritual health negatively. So we're going to talk about the physical signs of stress and how this hormone affects you so that you can catch it before it gets worse. So one of the signs of stress that is obvious when you look at it, but not so obvious that stress is the cause of it, are with skin conditions. So cortisol, when it's in high concentrations, it increases your oil production, which can cause you to have more acne. I know that when I'm stressed, one of the first things that I notice is that I break out. But apart from acne, the other skin conditions that can arise because of the increased inflammation from the cortisol are psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, and even hives. Another way that stress can affect you is with nutrient deficiencies. And the way that this happens is with cortisol also increasing the acid in your stomach. And when it increases the acid in your stomach, you get things like heartburn, constipation, diarrhea. I mean, it sounds like a Pepto commercial, but you get all of these symptoms. And these are things that can be caused or worsened by stress. But also, when you're getting all of these types of symptoms, it affects the gut flora in your digestive tract, which is the beneficial bacteria, the bacteria that helps you to absorb nutrients. So if this bacteria is not healthy, then you're not able to absorb nutrients well. Another way is with food cravings. So have you ever noticed that when you're stressed, you're craving things like chips, fries, or cookies, or desserts? Actually, desserts is stressed spelled backwards. And there have been studies that have shown that stress has been linked to food cravings for fat and sugar. You can also get frequent colds and flus. So when you are in chronic or excessive stress, this lowers your body's defenses. So it leaves you more vulnerable to diseases and viruses. So you are less likely to be able to fight off germs and you can get sick more often. And lastly, you can have headaches, aches, and pains. So when you are stressed, I don't know if you have noticed, but not only do your spine muscles tighten, but the muscles in the back of your neck and shoulders also tighten. And when those muscles tighten, they're connected to your scalp muscles and tissues. So when that tightens, it causes migraines. And apart from that, you get joint aches and pains and muscle soreness. These physical signs of stress are things that many of us may experience and try to treat it in a different way. Try to treat it physically. But if you don't address the stress, then all those actions are futile. So now that you know what stress can do to you physically, it's time to address it. And I have a free guide to less stress and more happy that you can find linked below to help you start to address the stress naturally. And did you know that you can check your cortisol level? There's a great company called Let's Get Checked. Let's Get Checked is a company that makes at-home lab testing quick and easy so you can check in on your well-being at your convenience. They have lab tests for cortisol as well as thyroid, cholesterol, and fertility, just to name a few. You just simply order your choice of labs online and a testing kit is mailed directly to your door. You're provided with detailed instructions and video tutorials on how to administer the test at home and send it back for your results. Get checked today with Let's Get Checked. I'll leave the link below in the description box. Many of us may not need a cortisol level to know that we're stressed, but sometimes a very elevated level can mean that there is an underlying health condition that needs to be addressed. So do you have any ways that you like to de-stress? Share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe because it warms my heart to know that you find this content useful and valuable. Stay tuned next week, Wednesday, for the continuation of this series where we're going to talk about the emotional and mental signs of stress. And remember to silence the standards because you are more.